Hey signers! Today we're going to learn about an incredible person named Andrew Foster. He was a teacher who changed the lives of many deaf children in Africa by setting up schools just for them. Now, let's learn about Andrew Foster. Andrew Foster was born on June 27, 1925, in Inslee, Alabama. He was a bright and curious boy who loved playing with his brothers and sisters. When he was 11 years old, he became sick with an illness called spinal meningitis and lost his hearing. But did that stop him? No way. Andrew was determined to learn and help others. Back then, there weren't many schools for deaf children, especially for African American kids like Andrew. Schools were segregated. That means children were separated because of the color of their skin. But Andrew didn't let that hold him back. He went to the Alabama School for the Color Deaf in Talladega, Alabama. There he learned sign language and discovered a whole new way to communicate. Andrew loved learning and wanted to go to college, but it was very hard for deaf African Americans to get accepted into colleges at that time. He set his sights on a special college called Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C., which is a school for deaf students. At first, they didn't accept him because of his race. But Andrew didn't give up. He applied 3 times, showing them how much he wanted to learn. Finally, they said yes. In 1954, Andrew became the first deaf African American to graduate from Gallaudet University with a bachelor's degree. Isn't that amazing? But he didn't stop there. He went on to earn 2 master's degrees. One in education from Eastern Michigan University, and another in Christian missions from Seattle Pacific College. But Andrew's journey didn't stop there. He wanted to help other deaf people learn, especially those who didn't have any schools. He learned that in many African countries, deaf children didn't have schools to attend at all. He felt a calling to go to Africa and change that. In 1957, Andrew traveled to Ghana, a country in West Africa. He started the very first school for the deaf there. He began teaching in a small classroom in a church with 5 students. They didn't have many supplies, not even a chalkboard or textbooks, but they had big hearts and wanted to learn. Andrew taught his students using sign language. The children were so happy to finally have a teacher who understood them. Word spread quickly and more children came to learn. Parents were excited to see their children communicating for the first time. Seeing how much his school was helping, Andrew decided to open more schools. He traveled to different countries like Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Kenya, and Rwanda, setting up schools wherever he went. He faced many challenges. Sometimes there was no electricity or running water, and he had to travel long distances on rough roads. But he never gave up. Over the years, Andrew started 31 schools for the deaf in 13 African countries. He helped thousands of children get an education and hope for a brighter future. He didn't just teach students, he also trained teachers. Andrew wanted to make sure that even after he left, the schools would continue to help children learn and grow. Andrew believed that sign language was the key to learning for deaf children. He encouraged the use of sign language in the classroom, which was different from some schools that had only tried speech and lip reading. He knew that when the children could communicate, they could learn anything. One time, Andrew met a young boy who had never been to school because he was deaf. The boy couldn't communicate with his family or friends. After learning sign language at Andrew's school, the boy was able to share his thoughts and feelings for the first time. His parents were overjoyed. Stories like this happened over and over again. Andrew showed the world that with hard work and kindness, you can make a big difference. He believed that everyone deserves a chance to learn, no matter where they live or what challenges they face. Sadly, Andrew passed away in 1987 in a plane crash while traveling in Rwanda. He was only 62 years old, but his legacy lives on. The schools he started are still teaching children today, and many of his students have grown up to help others, some of them becoming teachers themselves, continuing the work that Andrew began. Gallaudet University honored Andrew by naming a building after him, the Andrew Foster Auditorium. They also give out the Andrew Foster Award to people who make significant contributions to education for deaf people. So next time you face something difficult, remember Andrew Foster. He didn't let anything stop him from helping others. He showed that one person can make a huge difference in the world. Until next time, keep learning how to sign.